How's it going, YouTube? It's Panda time. In this video we have myself playing the Leomon X deck going up against Grandracmon. It's a pretty cool deck that I will be messing around with in the future, so definitely wait for that. Not a great start. Hard dropping the dog is less than ideal. On the other hand, we have an excellent start with a rookie and a memory boost. Picking up my choice of Leomon. We could take the new one or the old one. The new one is kind of nice. He has less DP, but you know, the card draw and blocker is kind of nice. Gonna be dropping the Jerry to get that free Leomon. Not bad. Our opponent's able to find a rookie in his next turn, which is pretty good because, you know, he definitely didn't have a great start. And can digital into a Matadormon up front. We just set up with the dog effect, so honestly not the worst. Definitely less than ideal, but making it work. We're gonna go into a Leomon X for free. Can then swing at security. We're sending to a mat. There's no targets in the trash for the mat just yet, but you know, memory tamer definitely gonna go a long way, ensuring our opponent has memory for the rest of the game. Think about how we're gonna pass the turn here. Next turn, Cryptic Explosive. We're gonna just take some early chip damage with the Gomamon. Digivolve into a Kuma. The Kumamon there is actually pretty good. The Digivolve effect gets rid of the Inheritable, which makes the Matador infinitely worse, right? So pretty solid play, I would say. We lose the Jerry, but I think it's okay. Plus we get an overswing at security. Gonna pass the turn by setting up our dual tamer. Davis and Kent pretty good in the deck, giving us extra memory and some restand shenanigans sometimes. We did give him enough memory to just go into the Grandracmon manually if he does have it, right? But at least it won't be discounted. He can still attack and pitch a card if he wants to, but you know, we get our Leomon back for free, which is pretty nice. Leomon X doing some work there. Is gonna go into the Grandracmon there and summon a Gassi from the trash. Gassi is our main enemy, just such a problem for this deck. And then play a Psychmon to pass turn. Ends with a blocker, you know, for some safety. We're gonna get a memory for Davis and Ken and probably start building again. We have memory boost to work with, but the Gassi is gonna say no. Leomon X though, pretty good. Can swing if he blocks. We're okay with that, right? It's a win-win either way. He's gonna take the trade, but it's fine because Leomon just comes right back. And then go into a Panumon. Now this one can't attack. Leomon was played this turn, right? But we can end with another blue memory boost. Just picking up some pieces, although while the Gassimon is there, you know, these memory boosts might not see the light of day. The Grandracmon is out and about, so we can get free Digivolutions, which is pretty strong, I would say. Like in this case, you can Digivolve your rookies into a level 4 and then swing, potentially Digivolve into level 5 for free if you had one, right? Gonna be swinging at security, 12k, pretty strong, and then end of attack can get that free Digivolution from the trash, which is a pretty strong resource. Gonna choose to go into the dog for free. Then he still has memory to work with, can then Digivolve into the Matador, who can then swing and then Digivolve into another level 6 potentially. That one won't be for free, but it'd be pretty good, right? It can be another Grandracmon or something else. Not bad. You can see how the Grandracmon deck can work, and while you have Grandracmon and he survives multiple turns, he's getting a bunch of free memory, and because, you know, you're summoning from the trash or Digivolving into the trash, you have a lot of resources to work with, right? Like, you're not limited by your hand and what is available to you, so I think it's pretty cool. I do like it quite a bit. There's also some cool combos you can do with it. I'm excited to build my own and then try and test it in the future, although we'll see. Gonna just set up a purple memory boost. Does not want to swing with the Matador just yet. Might be looking for that level 6 first, right? We're gonna get a bunch of memory from the dual tamer, which is nice. And Panumon is free to swing at security, hidden into yet another mat. This time around there are targets for it. You can definitely grab something back. Looking to close the game out potentially. Just gonna swing with the Gabu, take the swing while it's guaranteed. And if we don't have one way to get an extra swing this turn, Ice Wall is going to potentially keep me alive for another turn. Gonna be setting double Jerry and then passing with double Leomon on the board. So I like this play. We're gonna give away 3 memory no matter what. With this line of play, I feel like Ice Wall ensures our survival for one more turn, where we only need one more hit to win the game. On top of that, we have extra bodies in the Leomons, and although we won't get memory on deletion because of the Gassimon, you know, just having the bodies might be good enough for now. Our board is pretty set up. I will say though, if he had a Death Xmon here, Death Xmon would just automatically win the game. It would actually be so cheap and it would completely clear my board and not give me any memory. So although my play was solid, It's a play that doesn't respect Xmon, which his deck definitely plays, as the Gura X can give it to you for free, right? To just set up more blockers though, definitely no shortage of those in his deck. There's the Digimon. Has to be careful about how he wants to proceed this turn, right? Definitely a tricky turn. Can swing at the Panya, paying 2 for Ice Wall. We can tap or double Jerry, get some much needed card draw. Leomon comes back. Then end of attack, he can then Digivolve into a Dextagura to gain blocker and retaliation, ensuring that he has yet another blocker. But in doing so, he does lose his Gassimon, which is a big deal, right? Because now we're gonna have so much memory to work with in the following turn. I want to say the Ice Wall was definitely crucial there. Without the Ice Wall, I fear for what could have happened. Thinking about popping the other memory boost. We didn't actually have memory tamer, so you can try and put me to 1. Although I will just get so much memory after, right? Right now we just have a Leomon army. I do love the Leomon deck. It's super sick. I really recommend it. At this point, as this video airs, my deck profile on it should be out. So if you guys are interested in my deck list, definitely go check out that video. Gonna swing with the Matador. Still is under the effect of Ice Wall though, so has to pay 2. And then can use the Inheritable to then Digivolve into a Dextagura. Well, I believe we'll just pop all the Leomons, right? He just destroys the lowest level. So we only have Leomons, that means they're all going to be deleted. We do get a truckload of memory for that. But it is a way for him to fully clear the board and then be set up with 2 blockers in case we had like a hybrid, for example, right? So overall, a really good turn. Very solid answer. We're gonna be dropping a Beamon, picking up that sweet Mega Death. The Dextagura was very strong there. Absolutely insane. This could be a good turn for us to just go crazy, spend all the memory boost, but we might just not have a swing for game, right? 2 blockers. We just need 1 more swing, and potentially now we're facing lethal next turn, right? With so many bodies on the board. We're gonna Mega Death one of the blockers, just get him out of here. Go into a Lobo. This Lobo is gonna force him to block, so we get 2 bodies of the board. I think it's pretty good, and then we can just go into another Beamon to just further set up for the next turn. I like my play, I think it was pretty solid. We are able to get both his blockers out of the board by bouncing 1 and then force him to block the second one. This means that he only has 2 Digimon on the board, and he likely will not be able to win this turn. And in the following turn, we still have multiple Digimon to work with, 3 bodies, essentially. Now, Death Xmon is not that big a deal because we could just come out with the Gummamon and Racing and close out the game. So this has been a very close game, very back and forth. We're seeing some good solid plays from the Grandracmon. You know, Dextagura definitely putting in work there. On the other hand, we got all that memory to work with, and we definitely cashed out being able to answer the board. That Ice Wall definitely came in clutch for sure. Gonna see what else he can come up with this turn. Maybe like hard drop a rookie, swing Grandracmon, and then dribble into a blocker, but like 1 blocker just doesn't cut it at this point, right? He needs so much more than that. And he could be close to just winning the game, but she's just not gonna have enough, right? With the Rush God, we can get 1 extra attack for free, meaning he could swing for 3 security, but then I'd still be alive, right? So again, a very close game. Really nice back and forth. You can really see the Grandracmon putting in a ton of work there. Gonna tap her Jerry for some card draw. End of attack, he gets that free. Digivolution. I wonder if there's any other way he can get an extra attack at this point. The Rush Gato is nice though, he definitely can swing with it. And it has the Inheritable, so he could swing and Digivolve. It's pretty cool, right? Like, Rush Gato has Rush, so he could swing. And then he could Digivolve into a Digimon that doesn't have Rush anymore. But I believe at that point the attack would have happened already, so it still should go through, right? Like the attack's already been declared. Dextagura swings into another Dual Tamer. Pretty good for us. I don't know if we're gonna need the memory, but just in case. Yeah, I can then Digivolve into the level 5, and then the Dexdracmon can pop one of the Beamons. Yeah, so he gets the swing and the pop. But at that point, we have 2 bodies, and we're gonna just swing for game. So a really nice back and forth there. You can see like why Megadeth was so good there. And the early Leomon X just putting in work. Going into game 2 here. Looks like... who's gonna be going first? Like he's going first once again. No rookie, less than ideal. Gonna be hard dropping the Matt. We're gonna be hard dropping the Jerry and then setting up our dual tamer. So we both don't have rookie, but at least we're able to set up that early Leomon. Purple Merus is gonna find that Dracmon, so a much better start. I'd say that even though his turn 1 was low, he's definitely set up now and like should be fine for the rest of the game, right? So when he's got some reasonable pieces. So for myself, we're gonna see if we can find a rookie. The Devimon for the cheap Digivolution, and then I'm gonna set up the Skullgreymon. I like Skullgreymon in the deck, right? If you discard him, he gets a good effect. And then you can also, when he attacks, you can discard a card, right? It has some good synergy. Plus, I believe he's also on death, so he works with everything else. We're actually just hard dropping a Leomon. Might be a little bit desperate for plays there, not having a rookie or anything to work with. But I think this is okay, right? If he swings to the Leomon, we could tap the Jerry, draw 1, Leomon dies, then we also draw another card, then we'll draw for turn. So hopefully by then, our hand would be acceptable, right? We at least can continue the pressure with the other Leomon, and if we're able to draw a Pandamon or a Leomon X, we will have pretty solid plays to work with. Skullgreymon gonna be swinging, he's definitely gonna be discarding. And I'm gonna discard from the baby as well. Can then Digivolve into the Grandracmon for 4, using the effect to summon the Dracmon. We does get the on play. Cannot take the Death X-mon sadly, right? But you can take the Matador. You won't have anything in trash to Digivolve into, which is kind of sad. We are able to tap Jerry and draw 1. He actually swung at security. And we are going to suspend the Dracmon and bounce the Grandracmon. The Megadeth is actually absurd. They're crazy. It essentially lets us answer both of his stacks, right? Because the Megadeth is 2 parts of the effect. Is one where you Digivolve, or one when you rest, and one when you bounce. We can use the Dual Tamer to get some extra swings with the Leomon X. Swing aggressively at security. We finally found a rookie. And although we hard drop a Leomon, or perhaps not thinking we're just dropping a Mimi, to guarantee we have memory for next turn. Man, that Megadeth was crazy. Such a good way to clear the board, right? Especially because we clear the board and keep up the pressure after with the Davis and Ken. So, I feel like he was doing a good job of setting up plays. But man, that Megadeth is just brutal. Now we have 3 swings next turn. Unless he can get rid of a Digimon. But at this point, like, any removal is just gonna give me a ton of memory to work with, right? We have Mimi as well for potentially, you know, extra shenanigans. If we do have a Pandamon or something like that, he can try and build in the back. Maybe security could save him. Gonna just set up a purple memory so that if he does get another turn, then next turn he should have pretty strong plays. But at this point we have a ton of memory to work with, and we could just swing, swing, swing. We hit into a mat, but then that's gonna be the game. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Again, do check out the Leomon X deck profile. Thank you guys so much for watching.